So they did also announce and show the prototypes of the Go 2.
Yes. This one's a bit more...
Yes.
Yeah, a bit more impressive. Obviously, this is their flagship, so we'd expect it to be more impressive.
It's the bigger brother. No word of... I want to say it straight off because it was the big elephant. No word of SteamOS on this.
No.
They just talked about Windows.
Yes.
Which is interesting. Why?
Because I feel like SteamOS...
Are they pitching SteamOS as the budget option?
Yeah, I feel that's what I was feeling like, because obviously it's going to be free, isn't it? Like, I imagine maybe it's not, like, because maybe they've got to work with these companies to develop to make sure that it actually works with that device.
I bet you have to pay, I bet there's a cost to distribute Steam.
But just for the development to make sure that it actually works on that device. So maybe it's not free, but I imagine it's probably cheaper than Windows.
I would have thought so.
So yeah, maybe they're seeing it as a budget.
You now have an 8.8 inch screen in the Go 2.
Same as the original.
Yeah, 144 hertz VRR. And it's OLED.
Yes, OLED VRR.
Right.
Wow.
Have they made a big mistake?
We'll find out when they launch it.
And I mean, like, is it not OLED and it's a mistake? That feels... It could be, considering how well this press launch went.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Is it just... Have they just overlooked the fact that OLEDs have problems, or they just don't care because OLED sells?
Yes.
Or have they fixed OLED VRR flicker?
Or there's another option of somewhere in between the line. Have they fixed OLED flicker in that test model with that specific panel?
Yeah.
But then when they actually start shipping it, different regions will have different variants.
Different panels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like, for example, let's take phones.
Yeah.
Some Snapdragon... I know this was a big thing for Samsung. In the US, it was Snapdragon, that, and the other. In Europe, we got the Equinox, which was like a...
Same spec, though.
Same spec, but kind of like its disabled brother, you know? So...
It's little Billy.
It was little Billy. So it wasn't like as good, even though it was meant to be. And that might be the same. It might be that America has a really good OLED VRR zero flicker, and then all the European models that have a different panel because of whatever might have one that ends up flickering. Like, who knows?
The interesting is, whenever we bring up VRR flicker on OLEDs, there's always people in the comments that say it's not a thing. I've never noticed it. Which is fine. I'm glad you've not noticed it.
Yeah.
Don't look.
Yeah. Well, they either don't notice it because they're just unaware of it and they don't know what they're looking for, or they've not experienced it. They might be, because some panels don't.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a 10% margin where...
But like, if you're curious, we're not the channel to show you it because it's like proper science and we're not smart enough. But like, just Google it. Oh, have a look on YouTube. Yeah. There is like proper deep dives on VRR flicker with OLED panels and how it's an unsolvable problem.
Yes.
Because of it's just how OLEDs
I'm
work.
just going to plug that channel's direct one. The Artings, RTINGS, I think it is. Just slap that into Google or YouTube and put OLED flicker. They've got an insanely in-depth video.
It's amazing.
And it's true, because I went down that rabbit hole. We've got a whole video about it. So go watch that video. I'm not going to talk about it now.
But yeah, so it's a 144 hertz VRR OLED panel. So it's going to be really interesting.
I hope that they fixed it.
Yeah.
I don't want to bash on this at all. Like, this sounds wicked.
Beautiful.
Yeah, like I've seen someone on YouTube playing on it, even though loads of people at CES were like, we're not allowed to turn it on. Oh, yeah. Someone stuck a video up of them actually using it, like playing Spider-Man 2 or something like that. No, not Spider-Man 2. Miles Morales. Yeah. And it looked really good.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't see through the footage there if it was flickering.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see it.
No. Yeah. But it looks really cool. And it comes with the actual APU that everyone wants.
Yes.
Which is the Z2 Extreme.
Z2 Extreme. Yeah. Now, correct me.
Yes.
What is the integrated graphics in it? It is
the 890M.
890M.
The current Z1 Extreme is the 780M.
Yes. Yeah. What a faux pas.
Yeah, AJ in the news video said 780. Yeah, it's fine. And I just corrected it.
I noticed because it's still in my notes here. Don't say that.
Oops.
32 gig of RAM again, but faster RAM.
Yes.
7500 now.
Yes, because the Z Go... The Go... What is with these names, man? The Go S...
Yes.
Has 6500 mega transfer RAM. So this has got the 7500, which is what the Ally X has.
Yes. Which is, again, is odd, isn't it? Because wasn't there something... I'm trying to think what device it was. I had the 8000 something.
It might be the MSI Claw A8 957
The worst name in gaming.
It's a robot named it, so
a robot did name it. But I think that's got 8000 like 200 or something.
I think it's got really fast RAM,
which was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to bash. Processor's great.
Yeah.
But it's not like they've not moved the needle particularly. That's going to be everywhere in a minute.
Yes. Yeah. And this is, bear in mind, this is a prototype.
Yeah, so
probably not even coming this year.
Yeah.
It could come at the end of the year or the next year.
And the other thing to answer your question about is the Z2 generation of processors more efficient?
Yeah.
Is that this has a 74 watt hour battery.
Yes.
Which would suggest to me it's not that much more efficient.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they've upped the battery life from 55 to 74.
Yeah.
On the Go 2.
Yes.
So it tells me that.
Well, it might be. It might just be because this will be their flagship. It might be like insane battery life.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. We don't know enough about the new Z2 chips.
I don't know. No one does yet. But I think it's interesting with that there's no Steam coming on it. I think that's for their flagship.
It might be though.
It might be, but surely they would have said.
Yeah, I would have thought so. And they actually have a spec sheet on their website, don't they? And it does say Windows, and it shows directly next to it the specs of the Go S, and that says Windows / Steam.
Yeah.
So
and they made such with the Go S. It was like their headline was the first handheld to launch with Steam.
Yes.
Which is slightly misleading because it's not launched with Steam.
Yes.
Because that's not out till May.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
It worries me that SteamOS is going to be pitched at the budget. And it doesn't worry me because as we talked about earlier, is that Xbox OS is coming and that's probably going to be better. Just going to say it. Probably is going to be better.
Oh, shots fired.
It worries me for Steam that all the hype has been, how long is it going to take them to do SteamOS? It's coming. And when it comes, all the manufacturers end up distributing it on their budget device. Yeah. That's going to be disappointing.
Yeah. I feel like that might be the way.
Have our flagship or the crap version with Steam on it. And Steam ends up being associated with
the crap ones.
Yeah, the crap ones.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. With it being like people were going to buy these crap ones and think they will associate that with Steam.
Steam's rubbish.
Yeah, not with the actual device. But I feel like that might be the case because anyone that's going to be buying a flagship should know about PC gaming.
That's very true.
And then they can install Steam themselves.
Yeah, very true.
Do you know what I mean? So you've got the option then of, I would rather it come with Windows myself because then I don't have to buy a license.
The versatility of it, yeah.
And then I can just sideload SteamOS or flash it or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Or get like a save point or something.
I feel like it is an absolute move to make SteamOS the budget option to try and entice console gamers into a Lenovo that probably have a Lenovo notebook or something and go, I know that brand, and go and buy that. Oh, wow, you've made it to the end of this clip.
No.
But we think you would really enjoy the full podcast, which can be found over on 128KB.